Now, the first card is going to tell me what your vision is like for money or why you want money. This is very similar to kind of how we started out last month, but it's going to follow up with what you were feeling from last month to this month, okay? So what is it? Okay, so you got the Ten of Wands in the Fire card. So what this tells me, Virgo, is that you are very passionate about making money right now. You want to manifest a lot. You're willing to put in a lot. You're willing to set fire to the world to get what you need, and it's going to manifest a lot of money. Like when the smoke clears, you're going to be like, "Ha, I did it." That's what this is about. So yeah, that's a really strong energy towards making money. So what opens you up to listening to other people is what this next card is going to be about. And a lot of times we don't really think about our business or our money growing from listening to other people. A lot of times we listen to ourselves, but this is really about taking instructions, ideas, and things like that from other people. But in order for them to get your ear, what has to happen? And it's interesting because other readings I got, people had to go through a lot for you to listen to them, or the other signs, people had to go through a struggle, or people had to reflect on something and really be experts at it. So let's just find out what opens your ears up. Okay, so you got the Two of Pentacles, which is the Aquila card. Okay, all right, so what this means is that for you to open up to somebody, you like to do that more one-on-one, where you can have like a partner, someone who is going to be there for you through your entire process of making money. So you're kind of looking for a business partner is what I see right here, or at least someone where you don't have to do everything alone, because I feel like Virgos really can work well on their own, but a lot of times it gets boring, it gets tedious, and you probably want someone who is just going to challenge you with ideas and be there for you. And I can understand that because working alone a lot can be very boring. So you want somebody here too that this bird is coming in, and you can't see, or maybe you can, but there's blood coming from it. So it's a bird, and she's sacrificing. And you can see with the Two of Pentacles, there has to be a sacrifice in place for something better to happen. So when you have a business partner too, a lot of times they sacrifice their time, they sacrifice their energy, they will listen to what you have to say. So this is a back and forth sort of listening. Like you just need a little bit, you need someone for support, someone you can bounce your ideas off of, and vice versa. Okay, so yeah, that's interesting. I haven't seen that one yet. Okay, so this next card is going to be how do you present yourself in the best possible way? So let's see. Okay, so this is the Cyrus card, and it's the Six of Swords. Now, this is a smooth sailing card. So it means calmness, it means peace. So the way you present yourself in the best possible way is to make everything look easy. And that's interesting because the most successful and rich people who are trying to get this make everything look easy. It may seem hard, but when you are able to make everything look easy, that brings more money and more abundance to you, because people like easy. They like to hear, yes, I can do that. No problem. Or this will be easy. Don't worry, I'll take care of it. You take off the load from people and make it seem effortless. And that's the way you should continue presenting yourself, is to make things seem effortless. But they're really not, because like a lot of times you do go through a struggle, but you have that person, you have your person that you go to who's there to listen to the hard stuff. Like, oh, you may be making it look easy for someone else, but that person knows how hard you're working, okay? Now, the next is, how do you maintain clarity? So how do you maintain clarity? And let's just find out what that is. Whew. Okay. Okay, so the Taurus card and the Hierophant. Okay, so this this is telling me actually that it's hard for you to maintain clarity. And because this card is about the Hierophant has to remind you. And if you can see the Hierophant back here in the corner here, reminding you. And this Taurus card is about, it's like a hedonistic card. It's something where you can get carried away with with wasting your time on things that are fun or pleasurable or something. So you need to be reminded to stay the course. And that is what is going to give you clarity. And I think that I don't really see too many Virgos, taking the pleasurable route and, negating their responsibilities. So maybe this is, you are always reminding yourself not to fall into this trap, not to play around too much. So maybe it's just you reminding yourself, and that's what keeps you so clear and have such a good work ethic, is because it's always in your mind. So maybe like you are your own Hierophant. That's kind of how I'm feeling from that. And now, how do you adequately express yourself with enthusiasm? Okay, so that is going to be this card here. And let's see. All right, so you got the Ten of Pentacles. Boy, you're getting more tens here. So this is a lot of abundance. And this card is the Earth card. Okay, so your enthusiasm is that you can start something from a tiny seedling and you can make it grow. And that's what people see about you. They feel and they see that you're the type of person who's going to work hard, and if they want to plant a seed, they know that you're going to protect it. You can see here the seed growing. And there's also there's this Virgo energy right there in the card. Okay, and then there's this Capricorn energy, meaning you'll stay the course as well to make this money. So your enthusiasm, it's sort of a silent enthusiasm. It's not something where you're like, oh, I have not like a Leo enthusiasm where you're like, oh, I can do this, and or an Aries where you jump straight forward for something. You have this sort of silent enthusiasm, and when people see it, they're like, they know this person's going to handle this, and they're going to be meticulous about it. They're going to have a strong work ethic. So it's like a silent enthusiasm, but they see it. They definitely see it, and they trust that you can get the job done. Okay, so that's an interesting enthusiasm. It may just be something as simple as you saying, yeah, I can do that. No problem. I can make that grow. Just tell me, what you want me to do. All right. So the next one is what helps you negotiate? What helps you negotiate with people? Okay. And that's going to be this card here. Okay, you got your Virgo energy. So how do you negotiate with people? You can see that this is your energy. It's the Hermit, and you're spreading this seed here. And this is a time for reflection. So when you negotiate, you use the best parts of your personality. And it goes back to your work ethic. It goes back to you taking things to the drawing board and reflecting on things. So when you negotiate with someone, you're reminding them of what you're capable of, and you're saying to them, let me take care of this for you, and that's not going to be a problem, and this should be easy. Let's just move on to the next step. I got this. Like, there's something about how, you just take things on yourself, and you make it seem so easy for people that when you're negotiating, they just are like, oh, that's a breath of fresh air. Like, she's just going to handle it. She's going to take care of it. Everything's going to work out just fine. Like, I can trust that this is going to work. And they're not antsy. They're not feeling like they need to call somebody else or get someone else involved. They're just like, this is fine, and it makes things a lot easier. So that's a good negotiating tool. And then how do you follow up in the best way? That's this card here. Okay, so you have the Magician, you have the Mercury card. Again, it's like, this is so cool. It's just, when you follow up, you just make everything seem like magic. You're like, I did that. Like, don't worry about it. I took care of it. Like, it's almost like you just have removed the obstacle before it happened. Like, I haven't got anybody with this card in this position yet, and this is the best card you could possibly have for follow-up. So you're excellent at that. You just take the challenge and you remove it and the obstacle before it even happens. So there's hardly any follow-up because you're like, already did that. So when they call you and they ask you, and you're like, oh, no, I did it. This is great. Can I hire you? All right, so the next card is what stands in your way. So far, I haven't seen anything standing in your way. I see smooth sailing everywhere, so let's just see. Okay, so you got the Corvus card, which is the Six of Wands, and that's got a lot of Leo energy in it and some Mercury energy. And this is the messenger of good luck. That's what the Corvus is, the messenger of good luck. So what's standing in your way is, that's interesting. I have to feel this for a moment. I feel like, I see what it is. I feel it. It's like gratification. It's like you kind of wish people would notice more about how well you do these things. And it's like someone who needs like a pat on the back. Someone who, this will keep you working for other people, just so you know. Like, because you do things and you want a gold star. Like, that's what this seems like to me. Like, I'm feeling that is energy because I felt some appreciation coming over me or some gratification. So it's like a gold star. It's like you do this for just to get your name on the board or to be the top of this, but a lot of times when that doesn't happen for you, then all of this goes away. Because you're like, oh, I did that, and you see how effortless I made it. See how seamless I did it. It was like magic. And then no one appreciated it. Like, what happened? Where's the money? Where's the thing that I was looking for? So sometimes that may make you stop in your tracks and say, well, I need that gratification from somewhere else. So I'm going to go somewhere else, and I'm going to give my efforts to someone else. But then also, as soon as you do find that person who gives you that gratification or that bonus or that gold star, whatever it is that you're looking for, you're going to keep working for that person. And it's going to, feed into that. But at the same time, that keeps you working for another person. So I would say that you have this amazing ability to do stuff and do it in such a great manner that maybe you should work for yourself and find your own gold star. Like, maybe make a goal and say, I want this, let me make something up, this gold chain. And then you say, well, once I get this stuff done and I do this magic for myself and people start paying me for what I do, then I'm going to buy myself something. I'm going to buy myself that gold chain or like whatever that is. But it does seem like this card could also keep you subservient to someone else. And that's okay if you like it, especially if you are getting a lot of money and you're within a company and you're getting, the recognition and the accolades that you're after. But it could be a little bit self-limiting. It really just depends. You just need to make sure that you're getting that gratification somehow. Okay, so last card, and it's probably going to say something about that, is how can you communicate to grow your business in the best possible way? So let's see. Okay, so you got the Ace of Pentacles, which is the Sagittarius card, and it's got that Saturn energy, so that's an authoritative type of energy. And then also you have, again, the Capricorn energy. So communicating yourself in the best possible way would be being very direct, telling people you know what direction you're going in, having authoritative expression of it, and that's just going to move you forward, just like the arrow is going to move you forward. And, you know, you could also tell people what you expect. Like, you know, if I do all this for you and make it, you know, magically appear, you know, I want this. So unless you're asking for what you want and you're doing all this work, you may not get it because you might be severely underappreciated. And I think that you deserve a lot of appreciation, Virgo, because this is pretty baller, if you ask me.